Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
You are most welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like and also share to other members to watch as well. You can equally leave a comment at the comment section after watching or send us a voice note on our WhatsApp number, which is 0277 128 777. Thank you. I want you to join me listening to what we have for you today, and it's all about politics, and it's all about what you need to know. The current issues that are happening in Ghana, you have to be abreast with them and know how to speak and how to defend yourself when speaking. Without much ado, I'd like you to join me listening to what is before you. Thank you.
The security agencies involved to brief the committee. Thank you very much for your time, Honorable, and good morning to you.
Good morning, Zana. How are you?
I am well, and I hope you're doing well too.
I'm very fine.
And it's nice to have you on this matter. Reverend Ntim Foudjoe says, subsequent to us having our conversation on Wednesday, he's written a letter to the chairman of your committee, and I'm sure your attention will be drawn to that letter, asking that the committee invites the security agencies involved to brief the committee on the allegations raised in the public domain. What's your response to that?
Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to say good morning to our cherished listeners. I think that it is their magnanimity that has kept the Radio Gold programs running, and all of us will listen to your programs, and you are doing so well. Keep up the good work. My good friend and brother, a man of God who has added a title honorable to his name, is somebody that we know that he ought to have credibility. The judgment is for all of us to know. He has made serious allegations. He has brought up serious matters to the public domain. And His Excellency the President, in researching the country, cannot take such for granted. He directed that the CID, NACOP, and everybody involved, the NIB, to collaborate with the Honorable Minister, the Honorable MP, and ranking member to bring the matter to a close. And I am surprised that he is not just an MP. He's a ranking member, in other words, a shadow minister on the Defense and Interior Committee. And the Defense and Interior Committee has standing protocols. Now, if you're a member of that committee and you have something untoward, or you pick some intelligence, or you pick some information, and you think that this one borders on national security, and no member of the committee has answers, what we do, because we play oversight over the security sector, you invite a relevant minister for briefing. If it is that, probably you are the first person to have picked up that information. The minister takes the information, goes back, does a lot of work, come back and give us briefing as how can Ghana be saved. It's all about the peace and security of this country. So if you pick up information, you don't hit the media start talking. And when you are challenged to collaborate for the matter to be nipped in the bud, you sit and even expect that you'll be invited. I mean, that level of unprofessionalism beats my imagination. A ranking member of the Defense and Interior Committee has so much information, he speaks so much intel, and the President directed that you should collaborate. He should have been the first person to even be calling the Director General of NIB or the Commissioner of NACOP. Bro, where are you? Let me come. There is a lot of pickup. Take it and look at it. This is not good for our own national security. You don't sit and wait for you to be invited. I'm surprised. But nobody has invited you. Do you even have to be invited? The President said collaborate. And in that collaboration, security is a collective responsibility. Let's do it together. I expected him to have walked there by himself. You see, the truth is that Honorable Kennedy Ohenajapong, the immediate past chairman of the Defense and Interior Committee of the 8th Parliament, everybody knows in this country. He speaks his mind. But when he became chairman of the Defense and Interior Committee, he never for once made any public statement about what happens within the Defense and Interior Committee. Why? Because at that level, when you get into the committee, we tell you even at the gate, please put your partisan colors behind before you enter. We are going to think about national security. We are thinking about Ghana's peace and security. Because without the peace and security of Ghana, no political party will exist. And parliament will not even be there. That is one of the, and probably one of the biggest committees in parliament that is not too partisan. Because we think about the security of the state. He's been a deputy minister before in a government that has run this country aground for 8 years. And all of a sudden, he has all the ideas. I think that you can brief the media and spill out so much, and then you come back, write a letter to the chairman saying that we should reconvene and invite the minister to come and brief the House. What kind of confusing protocol is this?
He alleges that this kind of response is aimed at shielding, because this is what he says in his X post. He says that the NDC parliamentary caucus and the government blocked the briefing and shielded the security and intelligence agencies from accountability and denied them the opportunity to collaborate with me. He's asking what you're hiding.
His behavior is unbecoming of a member of that committee. Underline the word member. I will become a ranking member. That is for his party to determine. But his behavior is even unbecoming of a member of that committee. There is no way you can raise serious issues like this involving drugs and money laundering at the committee level, and then you will want a minister to come and brief us, and anybody in that committee will prevent it. You won't do that. But what is it? Come to talk of it. Look, the Minister of Interior is a member of Parliament. He's always with us. Honorable Omani Buama has always been with us for the past 2 weeks before we rose. And you have 100% access to these two ministers. In fact, we call, when they meet the committee, and I will tell them, this is your committee, Mr. Minister. The Ministers' Committee, as a defense minister, as an interior minister with oversight over national security, is the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament. We have oversight. You are not limited in your access to these ministers. And nobody can block you. If you goofed, just come and apologize. We don't do that anywhere. You put this before the committee, we judge and we say, no, let's invite the minister to come and brief us. I've heard him talking about other agency heads. You have oversight over a ministry, and the minister is a policy head. You deal with the minister. The minister can decide to bring his agency head to give us detailed briefing. If the minister decides to do it himself, he can do it himself. But you don't go on air and do what he did and turn around to say, please, can you call the minister? Which minister would take that? And what kind of procedure have you followed? I am surprised. He said nobody has invited him. Really? You want to be invited? When the president directs you should collaborate? In collaboration, you want to be invited. If you sit and they write a letter to the speaker to release you that you have been invited, you have allowed it to be escalated to another level. This is a committee that is so important in the security sector, and you are a ranking member. Walking to the NIB, walking to NACO, walking to the Minister of Defense, or walking to any of these security agencies shouldn't be a problem for you because you are virtually a family member. So within the family, you pick something that is so serious that can affect national security. You expect your father to call you first before you come and talk about it? Is that the level of responsibility you want to build as a country? But I've said this yesterday on one network. Please and please, Honorable John Ntim Foudjoe is not under investigation. So the good people of Asin South, your Honorable MP is not under investigation. He made serious comments on air. He provided so much information that we think that for him to collaborate with the national security, to unravel many of the things that he's alleging will help our national peace and security. And he can't run away from that. If all the allegations you are putting out there, all the information you picked, if you don't have any proof, just come out and apologize. Simplicity. Because as a ranking member, if you do this, unbecoming of an ordinary member of the committee, you would have lost your grace. I mean, you are a man of God. But let me take it to another level. On a very serious note, this is politics. And what is doing is totally bad faith. You have the opportunity to invite a minister to come and brief the House. You decided that you won't do it. You go to public and go and make all the statements you want to make. When you are done, and you are challenged to collaborate to provide evidence, you write a letter to the chairman of the committee saying that reconvene the committee and invite the minister to come and brief us. I think you should know the right thing for you to do is for you to collaborate with the information that you have. The information that you have, so that they will do proper investigation and then now come and brief the committee properly what they have done, vis-a-vis the information you've also provided in your collaboration. You've not provided the information, you've thrown so many things in the air, and then all of a sudden the ministers, you come and brief the committee. Which committee? The one you belong to? Really? What practice is this? And I'm sure by now, Honorable Kennedy Japan will bow his head and say, oh my goodness, where did we get it wrong? I thought I'd build this committee to a level when I left. This is a disaster. And I can tell you, it is a disaster. But the committee is solid. We are on our feet and we know what we are doing. If it is meant to be a diversionary practice, he's destroying his own reputation. We are talking about containers that are missing at the harbor, and investigations are ongoing. Then you come and throw this in the spokes.
Oh, you feel that is a diversionary tactic?
Let me just make this one. If national security busted 12 containers and the investigation is still ongoing, a ranking member can stampede the process and push them to come and speak. How have you ever seen that? And can you imagine that for 8 good years, they never thought of retooling the Ghana Navy? 24 hours to the time that we're going to rise. 24 hours to their time to expire as government in power. You hurriedly brought in a loan and expected that we will not do due diligence, we will not talk about value for money, we will just approve it, and then you leave and put it on record that you collected a loan to retool the Navy. Which irresponsible opposition will endorse that? And the NDC at the time kicked against it and said, please take your time. You had 8 good years. If you couldn't do this, the last 24 hours will not help you. Please just get out. We will come and do the needful and retool the Navy as usual. We know how to do that one better. And you come and said it is the NDC that blocked it. When you borrow so much that you couldn't even service your debt, and you're going in for a well-done program, you program Ghanaians through domestic debt exchange, and everybody has a haircut, and you are trying to bring a loan that cannot be paid. When we talk about it, said we are rather the ones not trying to support the building of our army. Is that right? You can't stampede the national security in their investigative processes. You cannot even stampede NDC with wrong policies. And as the ranking member of the Defense and Interior Committee, if you don't value your role as a ranking member, and you don't believe that you have 100% unlimited access to these ministers that you have oversight over, that is your business. But the fact is that the committee is solid, the chairman is on course, and the chairman has responded rightly. Collaborate, let them finish, and come and give us a briefing that can at least meet the standard. That is all. And I don't expect him to be invited. He should be running himself as a responsible citizen who has so much information that can damage the image of this country. You want to wait to be invited. That is embarrassing.
Well, you said this is a diversionary tactic.
I have said so. This is just a red herring. Ranking member talking about matters of national defense in the public domain without a primary foundation. when there is a heated matter with over 1,000 containers missing, and we are investigating that matter seriously. Just watch the linkages. But for me personally, I believe that it's a diversionary tactic that will finally affect his reputation. One, as a reverend minister, and two, as an honorable member of Ghana's Ninth Parliament.
When you keep saying it will affect his credibility and integrity as a reverend minister, who do you mean when you say that? Are you saying he's lying?
I can tell you for a fact, it wouldn't be long, and you realize that he has no proof. I can tell you for a fact that it wouldn't be long. His own church members will say, please, Reverend Minister, we talk about integrity in politics, but we thought that when you are a man of God and you find yourself in politics, you should carry with you the aura of the anointing, with the capacity to transform lives around you and even impact positively the men and women who work with you in Parliament, and very particularly the Defense and Interior Committee. But this trajectory is embarrassing, and embarrassing not to you alone, but to your church and your constituents. That cannot be good enough.
Oh, thank you very much for speaking to us.
My pleasure.
Honorable Peter Lantini Tobu is Vice Chairman, Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament, joining us on the line for a further conversation on this issue. Like I said, the only thing he says, and if you go back to the post he made, he says, whereas Foudjoe Fosu confirmed my claims of the entry and departure of the two suspicious flights are true, the reasons provided by Foudjoe Fosu in respect of their purpose of entry are incoherent, questionable, and cannot be taken seriously. Now, when he wrote this, he never pointed out the incoherence and the incoherence in what Felix said. What is incoherence about the statements that Felix made? Felix is clear on exactly what information he has as to how these airplanes landed, why they are here, what they did whilst here, and what they were carrying. So what is the incoherence in that? He is clear about why these aircrafts landed here, what they did during their stay here, whether or not they had clearance to be here, and what they were carrying. Those were the things you said. You see, you were talking about the fact that they landed in Ghana, they were carrying something suspicious, among others. Felix had addressed all those issues. If you say what he said was incoherent, you could have used the opportunity of your time on X to also address the incoherence. And I realize that you're still posting, and your posts are not providing any further information. Like, for example, you posted 23 minutes ago. You did not say anything about the incoherence. So what is incoherent about what he said? Just spend some time. Instead of just tweeting empty posts that say nothing, spend some time and point out the incoherence and what he said as questionable, so that we can address that to Felix and let Felix respond accordingly. Felix has come, taking on everything you have said, and provided the information that you got from official sources and the checks he has made. If he is being incoherent and the things he's saying are questionable, what about what he has said in response to the allegations, specific allegations you made? Because he responded to the specific allegations you made. What about what he said is incoherent and questionable? Honorable, just show us, and then we will take it from there. And then you are also saying that we should do an independent investigation. You came to us with a set of facts. So when those facts are being questioned, stand up to those facts and justify those facts. We in the media cannot help you. You did not call any media man and say, oh, I have this information, go and check and to see if it is true. You put it out in the domain with the confidence of a beautiful woman. You put it out in the public domain. So you are under question. Answer your question. Stop throwing it to us. It is not our job to investigate information that you put out as facts. You have already decided who is supposed to do the investigation. The president has assisted you in saying, these are the people who will help you, work with you You are the ranking member of the Defense and Interior Committee. I assume that committee, any security agency will answer to you. Any of them will answer to you. So call any of them. They will help you with anything you need to know. You know a lot. You didn't call us to say, oh, Senna, I have this information, cross-check for me. No, you didn't do that. You didn't call anybody from any other media houses, the ones you like. You didn't call any of them. You came out and said, press conference, I have information, come and hear. And we heard and put out the information that you have put out. The people you said should investigate are responding through Phyllis Kwacho Fosu. What they found. If you have any further information that contradicts what they have said, please respond accordingly. Don't call us into your matter. We are like commentators in a battle. You say, somebody will respond, and then we report because you never came to us to help with the investigation. No. SM.
Yo, twaso. We say, hey, Reverend can lie. Liar, Reverend. Hey, Ghana focus. The same practical suit.
Thank you for staying tuned. PENDREAM TV really appreciate your time, and once again says, God bless you for the good work you are doing and continue to do for us. Without you, it doesn't exist. God bless everybody. God bless us all. I mean, sure, there'll be a so here, newcomer, Pacho, Mr. Wala. Share link no my group be more. Make sure say link no da honum ama obi biara obenya hu chefa ahwebi. There'll be biara. Thank you.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.